Hello and welcome to the third lesson in English for grade 8. So if you have followed the previous two lessons, you might have noticed that we did some activities related to the Unit 1 in your English workbook and the English Pupils book. So we will continue with few more activities under Unit 1 today. Alright, so before starting with the activities for today, I hope you might remember that I gave you some homework. Yes, there you were asked to fill the given sentences with the correct reflexive pronoun. So today we will first see the answers. So you can check whether the answers you have given for these sentences are correct. So the first sentence, Sally saw blank in the mirror. So here, Sally is female. Third person, female, which is a singular noun. So that means the subject pronoun will be she. So if the subject pronoun is she, the reflexive pronoun will be herself. So Sally saw herself in the mirror. Second sentence. The children did the washing up blank. The children. So the children means it is a plural and third person. So if third person plural, the subject pronoun will be they. So if the subject pronoun is they, the reflexive pronoun will be themselves. The children did the washing up themselves. Third sentence. I like to watch blank in a video film. So the subject pronoun here is I. So what is going to be the reflexive pronoun? Myself. I like to watch myself in a video film. Fourth sentence. Sue, did you bake the cake? Blank. It is a question. So here you can see did you. So it is you. We are asking from Sue, which means it is a singular second person. Now, you. So what should be the reflexive pronoun? Yourself. Singular. Sue, did you bake the cake yourself? Fifth sentence. My father built the tree house blank. So here, my father. My father is a third person singular noun. So my father can be replaced by he. So if it is he, the reflexive pronoun should be himself. So we get the answer as my father built the tree house himself. Okay, so I hope now you are clear with the reflexive pronouns more. So let's move on to today's activities. Okay. So as the first activity today, we will be doing the activity 3, which comes under Unit 1 in your English workbook. So please turn to page 3 in your English workbook. You will see the activity 3 there. So if we see what are we going to learn from this activity, you, the students, will be able to extract specific information from various types of simple texts. So you will be given some simple texts and you need to extract those information and to see where this information will fit in. So please look into the activity in your book. So if you read it, the question is given as complete the following dialogue using the phrases given in the box. So you are given a dialogue or a conversation between several kids in which they plan their weekend. So there are several questions and answers within this dialogue. They are making a plan. So we will go step by step. So can you read these first 3 sentences given, right? And try to see out of these given information or these given phrases, which phrase will fit in to this blank. So I will just read what we have here. So, what are your plans for this weekend? I don't know. Do you have any plans? How? Blank. So you need to find what is the question which Pavit is asking from others. So you are given, they'll like it too. Mother will join us too. Saturday morning is better. About going to the book exhibition, we can have breakfast. So you need to find which one of these 5 phrases will fit in to this question. So I will give you 30 seconds. Quickly try to find the answer and then we will discuss the answer to move ahead. Okay, so I hope you might have found the answer. So let's see. So here you are going to ask a question. How? So you will have to see which one will fit in here, whether how they'll like it too, or how mother will join us too, or else how Saturday morning is better, or else how about going to the book exhibition, or else how can we have breakfast. So from these given 5, which one will fit in here? Yes. So it is how about going to the book exhibition. So they are making a plan. So Pavit is asking, how about going to the book exhibition? He is giving a suggestion. So this is the phrase which is relevant to this question. So now since we have already used this, we can cut this phrase because we have already used. So now we can move on to the next part. Okay, so I will read this and you try to find what will come into this blank. That sounds great. Let's ask Rajeshwari and her brother to join us. Yes, blank. Where shall we meet? So can you take 30 seconds and try to find what will fit into the blank here? Okay, so were you able to find it? So here we can see Yalini is telling, let's ask Rajeshwari and her brother to join us. So what can be Deshan telling? I hope you got it correct. Yes, they'll like it too. Where shall we meet? Okay, so then they are going to discuss where they are going to meet each other. So as we have used they'll like it too, we can cross it off as well. Right. So the next part, can't you come to my place? Good idea again. My blank. So can you see or can you select which phrase out of these remaining three will suit here? Take few seconds and try to find the answer. Okay, so I hope you were able to find the answer. So here, if you look into these three phrases, what can be the correct answer? Yes, my mother will join us too. Because you can see the other two will not be suitable for this word my. So we will cross it off as well and then move on to the next part. If she is coming, my mother will surely give permission. When should we meet? I think blank. So can you find what should fit in here out of these remaining two phrases? Take few seconds. Alright, I hope you might have found the answer. I think, yes, I think Saturday morning is better. So this is what you will get here. So we can strike it off. So we are moving on to the next part. Well, We'll get together by 7:30 in the morning and leave by 8. Blank at my place before we leave. Now all that we have to do is to get permission from our parents. So can you select what you need to fill here? It is really simple. You have only remained with we can have breakfast at my place before we leave. So from this activity, you became familiar in reading out some phrases and trying to fit them into blanks which are in the sentences of the given dialogue. So I hope it is clear to you now. Alright, so it is time to move on to the next activity, which is in the English workbook again. So please turn to page 4 in your English workbook and you will see Unit 1, Activity 4. So before moving on to the activity, as usual, let's see what you will learn from this activity. You, the students, will be able to identify the sounds produced by different consonant clusters. Consonant clusters. So we'll see what are these consonant clusters. And also, you, the students, will be able to use visual clues to derive the meaning of the text. So what is the visual clues? Visual clues means the things which we can see from our eyes. So in the activity you will see we are getting some pictures and we will have to match those pictures to the corresponding text or the words. So we will be able to achieve these two objectives through the activity which we are going to do now. So please turn to your page 4 and let's start the activity. So in the activity, you might see you are given some words. So in the objectives earlier, we discussed something about the consonant clusters. So before moving on to consonant clusters, we need to know what is a consonant. So you might have heard vowels. So in English alphabet, we have vowels and consonants. So what are vowels? I hope you remember what are vowels. Vowel, we know there are 5 vowels in the English alphabet. A, E, I, O, U. So vowels or A, E, I, O, U means letters which we pronounce without blocking our mouth. A, E, I, O, U. So whatever the breath which we are having when we are reading these letters, we are not blocking it by our, it can be by our lips, it can be by our teeth. So there is no blocking. We are simply opening our mouth and we pronounce these letters. Whereas consonant means the remaining letters in our alphabet. So what is common here? It is when we are pronouncing these letters, we block our breath by some means, maybe by teeth or maybe by our lips. So B, So when we are telling B, we know our lips block the breath. C. So when we are calling C, our teeth will block the breath. D. So likewise, when we are pronouncing these consonants, we will be blocking either partially or completely the flow of our breath. But as I said, we have 5 vowels and the remaining are consonants. There is an exception where this Y sometimes can be considered as a consonant and sometimes it becomes a vowel as well. As an example, when we are pronouncing beyond, so at beyond, we consider it as a consonant, whereas when we pronounce the word him, so this word is pronounced as him. So here Y, it is not actually blocking. So in that case, we consider it as a vowel. But basically, if somebody asks, what are the vowels? It is A, E, I, O, U. And what are the consonants? It is the remaining letters in the alphabet. So now we know what is a consonant. Let's look into the consonant clusters. So consonant means the letters which are other than the vowels. So cluster means a combination of something. So here what do we combine? We combine the consonant letters. So we combine consonant letters in the word without having any vowel in between these consonant letters. So as an example here you can see B. You have B and L, B. So you can pronounce this as blocks. So in between this B and L, you do not have any vowel, but you pronounce it as blocks. Blocks. Bread, chair, clock, crown, dress, flag, friend, glue, grapes, planet, pretzel, scarf, ship, skates, slide, smile, snake, spoon, star, swing, thumb, train, twins, whale. So you can see here what are the consonant letters we cluster when we build this word. So when we want to build bread, we cluster B and R. Bread. So this is what we call a consonant clusters. So we are going to read some such words in our activity. So you can look into your workbook. You are given 2 sets. So this is the first set. I have divided it into 2 parts. So this is the first set and we will read these words and then we will move on to the next words. So in the activity, you are asked to read the following words aloud. So I will give you 1 minute. Try to read this set of words. The ones which are given here, there are 16. So try to read this aloud. I will give you 1 minute. Okay, so I hope now you have read these words. So I will read them for you. Listen to me properly. Plant, plant, play, play, plump, plump, protect, protect, plumber, plumber, prepare, prepare, pluck, pluck, planet, planet, pliers, pliers, platform, platform, proud, proud, pleasure, pleasure, plaster, plaster, plastic, plastic, pronounce, pronounce, plural, plural. Okay, so I hope now you understood how we read this. We have L, P and L, per, P and R. So I hope you are clear on how we read it. And before moving on to the next set, I would like to just explain a couple of words here. The plump. What do you mean by plump? So plump means having a round shape. So as an example, we can say the mango is plump. It has a round shape. This mango is plump, which means it is a round shape. And then I think the pliers. Pliers. So pliers is an equipment we use to bend wires. I think you might have used it. In Sinhala we call anduva. So this is what we call the pliers. And next maybe the word plumber. The word plumber. So plumber means the person who does repairs in the pipes. Okay. So the plumber, the plumber is the person who repairs the pipes. Okay, another word, I guess this, the pluck. What do you mean by pluck? So, I pluck mangoes. So, if I remove or I take a mango from the tree, we call it as pluck. Removing the mango from the tree, that is what we call pluck. It should not be specifically mango, anything. It can be a plant. If we take off a plant from the soil, we can say I plucked the plant. Okay. So the remaining words I think are more familiar too. So we can move on to the next set. Again, I will give you 1 minute. Try to read these words and see whether you can clearly pronounce it. Okay, so I hope you were able to read all these words. So let me read for you. Pray, pray. Place, place. Price, price. Principal, principal. Price, price. Press, press. Prince, prince. Plane, plane. Princess, princess. Printer, printer. Platoon, platoon. Present, present. Priest, priest. Plan, plan. Promise, promise. Plug, plug. Okay, so I hope now you are clear with it. So out of these words, I would like to explain this word platoon. So platoon means a group of soldiers. It can be 10 to 15, a small group of soldiers. Platoon. And also the difference between this prize and price. So prize, P-R-I-Z-E-E, P-R-I-Z-E means it is like a present or an award. Okay? Whereas this price, P-R-I-C-E, means the cost of a thing. It can be anything. Price. Okay, so I hope now you are clear with how we read these consonant clusters. Price, per, place, pl, right? So now we will move on to an activity where you need to do some work. So if you look into the second part of the activity, you will see put the words which were given above, the words which we read little while ago in the above list into the correct column given in the table. So in the table you are given two columns. The first column it has P and L, platform, likewise, and the second column it is PR, prints. So you need to divide these words given in the list into these two columns. So I will give you 2 minutes for the first set of words. So in the first set of words, we had 16 words. So take 2 minutes and put down these 16 words into either the first column or the second column of these two tables. Okay, so I have divided the answers also into two parts. So this is part 1. So take 2 minutes and write the first 16 words either under first column or the second column of this table. Okay, I hope you had enough time. So let's look at the answers together. Okay, so I will first show what are the words coming under P and L. Right? So plant, play, plump. Next, plumber, pluck, planet. Pliers, platform, pleasure. Plaster, plastic, plural. So out of the 16 words in part 1, we have 12 words coming into the first column. And then for the second column, we have the remaining 4. Protect, prepare, proud, pronounce. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. So let's move on to the next set of words. So again, I will give you 2 minutes. Just try to categorize the remaining words into these 2 columns. Okay, so I hope the time given is enough for you to find the answers. So I will just show the answers. So what you get for the first column, right? You get place, plane, platoon, plan, plug. And what about the second column? You will get pray, price, principal, price, press, prince, princess, printer, present, priest, promise. Okay, so I hope you have got all these answers correct. So now you can understand what are the different consonant clusters we can get there are many more consonant clusters. Today we have looked into 2 consonant clusters. Okay, so this will be the last activity for today. So this is actually the third part, which is a continuation from the activity which we have been doing till now. So here what you are supposed to do is, you are given these pictures. So you are asked to select and write the most suitable word for each picture given below. So whatever the words which are related to these pictures are given in the words which we already read. So what you need to do is, you need to select which word is related to this shown picture. So here also we have several pictures. So I have distributed into several parts. So we will do the first 3 pictures first and then move ahead. So take about 30 seconds. I hope 30 seconds would be enough. So take 30 seconds and try to find what you have here, what is this equipment, what you can see here, and who is this. Okay, so I hope you were able to find. So I will give you the answers and let's see whether your answers are correct. So the first picture we have here is a printer. So is a printer, I hope you all know, is where we print letters or photos into maybe an A4 size paper. So it is an equipment which prints whatever we want into a paper. So what is the picture B? It is the planet. So we know our Earth is a planet. There are more planets like the Saturn, right? We have many planets. So this is the planet. So what is the picture in C? She is a princess. Yes. So printer, planet, princess. Now let's see the next 3 objects, D, E, F. So try to find what exact words match to these pictures. I will give you again 30 seconds. Okay, so I hope you might have found the answers. So let's see. So what is this D? It is a plant. It is a plant. What is E? It is present. It is present or a gift. What is F? It is pliers. I told you what are pliers, which we use to shape different wires such. So this is what we call as pliers. Next, so we have another three images or pictures, G, H, I. So the first two, it will be some actions which these kids are doing, whereas the third picture is going to be an object. So try to find what are G, H and I. Okay, so I hope you might have found the answers. So what the kid in picture G does? He prays, right? So he is praying. So we can write it as pray. So what are the kids in picture H doing? They are playing. So we have to write play. We have to choose from the given words. So it is play. And what is I? This we always use. It is a plug. So pray, play and plug. So we have one last picture. I hope you can identify who the person is here. So try to find the correct word and write here. Just take few seconds. Right. Okay. So I hope the time is enough for you to identify. So who is this? He is a priest. So priest is a person who is in the church. He helps the people to do praying, to be religious. So this is a priest. Okay, so now I think you are clear how when you are given a particular picture, how you can take whatever the clues in the picture and try to match it to a given word. That was the main objective of this last activity. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of our third lesson. So if we recall what we learned during this lesson, first we learned how to extract specific information from various types of simple texts. We were given some phrases, and from those phrases we selected which phrase is suitable for the blanks in the conversation. So now you can extract information or select phrases and include them or match them to the corresponding sentences. And then we learned how to pronounce consonant clusters. So we learned what are consonants, we learned what are consonant clusters, and then we learned or we practiced to pronounce these words which are having consonant clusters of P and L and P and R. Play, pray, right? And finally, we got used to finding the words which are related to the given visual clues. So visual clues means something which we can see. So from the images given, we found what the text or the word related to that image. So with that, we conclude our third lesson. We'll meet next time for the fourth lesson. Thank you.